Maria of class 9th. Today, I'm going to read Chief Seattle's speech. This speech was given by Chief Seattle as the reply to the great chief at Washington. In his speech, Chief Seattle emphasizes the economical responsibility and the respect of Native Americans' tradition, land rights, and beliefs. Yonder sky that has wept tears of compassion upon my people for centuries untold, and which to us appears changeless and eternal may change. Today is fair, tomorrow it may overcast with clouds. My words are like the stars that never change. Whatever Seattle says, the great chief at Washington can rely upon with as much certainty as he can upon the return of the sun or the seasons. The white chief says that big chief at Washington sends us greetings of friendship and goodwill. This is kind of him, for we know he has little need of our friendship in return. His people are many. They are like the grass that covers large prairies. My people are few. They resemble the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. The great, and I presume good, white chief sends his word that he wishes to buy our land, but is willing to allow us enough to live comfortably. This indeed appears just and even generous, for the red man no longer has rights that he need respect, and the offer may be wise also, as we are no longer in need of an extensive country. Thank you, everyone.
Pleasant good morning to everyone. My name is Maniratna of class 9th. Beyond the sky, it has wept tears of compassion upon my people for centuries untold, and which to us appears challengeless and eternal may change. Today is fair, tomorrow it may be overcast with clouds. My words are like stars that never change. Whatever Seattle says, the great chief at Washington can rely upon with as much certainty as he can upon the return of the sun or the seasons. The white chief says that the big chief at Washington sends his greetings of good friendship and goodwill. This is kind of him, for we know he has little need of our friendship in return. His people are many. They are like the grass that covers vast prairies. My people are few. They resemble the scattering trees of a storm-swept plain. The great ant, I presume good. White chief sends us word that he wishes to buy our land, but is willing to allow us enough to live comfortably. This indeed appears just, even generous, for the red man no longer has rights that he need respect. And the offer may be wise also, as we are no longer in need of an extensive country. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. Myself Shantias of class 9th. Here to read a paragraph about Ernest Miller Hemingway. Ernest Miller Hemingway was an American novelist, short story writer, and journalist whose simple and understated writings was a strong influence on 20th century fiction. One of the shortest of Ernest Hemingway's short stories, Old Man at the Bridge, is based upon an incident that took place during an Easter Sunday stopover at Ebro River, while Hemingway was a war correspondent covering the Spanish Civil War. Old Man at the Bridge demonstrates the power of narrative art. Hemingway takes a small, ordinary detail in a situation and, through the art of storytelling, transforms it into a powerful story about tragedy of war. The old man becomes a symbol of the countless civilian victims of war, those without politics. Displaced, disoriented, and alone, he is faced with the inevitability of death. Thank you.
Namaste everyone, my name is Vismay Jr of class 9C. Today I am going to read a passage. Old man at the bridge. An old man with steel-rimmed spectacles and very dusty clothes sat by the side of the road. There was a pontoon bridge across the river, and cars, trucks, and men, women, and children were crossing it. The mule-drawn carts staggered up the steep bank from the bridge, with soldiers helping push against the spokes of the wheels. The trucks ground up and away, heading out of it all, and the peasants plodded along in with the ankle-deep dust. But the old man sat there without moving. He was too tired to go any farther. It was my business to cross the bridge, explore the bridgehead beyond, and find out to what point the enemy had advanced. I did this and returned over the bridge. There were not so many cars now, and very few people on foot, but the old man was still there. Where do you come from? I asked him. From San Carlos, he said and smiled. That was his native town, so it gave him pleasure to mention it, and he smiled. I was taking care of the animals, he explained. Oh, I said, not quite understanding. Yes, he said. I stayed, you see, taking care of the animals. I was the last one to leave the town of San Carlos. He did not look like a shepherd nor a herdsman, and I looked at his black dusty clothes and his grey dusty face and his steel-rimmed spectacles, and said, what animals were they? Various animals, he said, and shook his head. I had to leave them. Thank you.